Welcome back to my channel. At Aham, we are committed to providing you tools and strategies that help you to live your best life ever. So, talking about living your best life, when was the last time you reflected upon the little wins and victories you had on a day to day basis? Probably not in the real world and in real time. We are so wired on focusing on the places where we do not do well. We are so wired on celebrating the big things, the graduation and, a great career goalpost that you reached, a marriage, the birth of a child. But on a day to day basis, we do so many little things that they are enough to boost our self confidence, our sense of well being. They have tremendous impact on our wellness, but we forget to acknowledge them. First of all, I think we are not even aware of them. Added to that, we forget to acknowledge them. So the benefits that we are supposed to get out of it, we don't get them because it just doesn't dive deep into our system. Our system constantly tells us you didn't complete this task, you were supposed to do this, in your to-do list these 3 things are left, so on and so forth. But today I'm here to tell you there's a lot of research which is improving and going in the direction that celebrating the small little wins on a day-to-day basis can have a huge impact on your sense of self-esteem, on your self-confidence, on your physical wellness, on managing your stress and being in a space of happiness and joy. So what are those little things that can bring you joy on a day-to-day basis? So I have made a list of probably more than 10 things that have on the past 1 week. I've just taken up the data what I did in the past 1 week, which was a great win for me, and in the eyes of probably other people it's not such a big deal, but it has brought me a lot of joy and I'm very happy about it. So to begin with, one of the first things that got me great joy was I completed a book which I had the intention of finishing it in 1 week, but it had been more than 3 weeks that I had not finished that book. So that one thing brought great joy to me. Simple thing. A book which I was enjoying, but I've been caught up between moves. I was not able to figure it out. I could not finish reading it. One thing after the other, so many things to take care of. But I made a commitment to myself on Monday that I am going to finish reading this book in this week. And lo and behold, today is Wednesday and I have finished reading the book. So that was one big win for me. What it did for me. Now, I think in terms of what it did for me, it gave me a sense of accomplishment. It was very strange, but I felt like, wow, I finished reading the book. It was a pending task and I've been enjoying why I've been keeping, not doing it not reading it enough, because it's a book that really spoke to me. I loved the book. And so that sense of, wow, I did it, was really a big high for me. The second thing, so I committed myself that every day in the morning, I am going to watch the sunrise. A simple thing. I'm an early riser, but the thing is, I live in a house which is on multiple levels. So now the question is, to really watch my sunrise, I cannot watch it from the ground level. I have to go to the terrace. Terrace means taking 2 flights of stairs, which is not something I enjoy or I like. As you know, I'm not a person who's very passionate about moving my body much. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's still not something that I enjoy. But I decided consistently for 1 week at least, and I have been doing more than 1 week, I am going to go up after my cup of tea in the morning. I'm going to watch the sunrise. And the sunrise happens sometime it's summertime where I live, it's between 6:15 and 6:45, but I made the effort and every day I watch the sunrise. Oh, the peace that comes with it. Oh, the colors of the sky. There's a beautiful Hindi song which says, "Ye kaun chitrakar hai." Really, when you look at the sky and the sunrise and the colors, the reds, the oranges, the hues of yellow, it's like, who is this painter? Who can create such beauty in nature? It is so calming for my nerves. It's just appreciation, gratitude. It's all the good emotions put into a nice gift wrapped, That's what watching a sunrise is. So that was the second thing that I am doing on a daily basis. And I'm celebrating that because I think more than celebrating it, it's bringing so much joy in me that I think that I don't have an option but to celebrate it. The third thing that I decided to do was for 1 week, I am not going to have anything to do with criticizing other people. I'm very cautious about not criticizing myself. I have the habit, and I have had that habit for many years because life circumstances were such that I was the oldest and I had to take on a lot of responsibilities. And I have this thing about not trusting people. I'm very wary of people, and when people do something, I would make a judgment call on them. So, and I would jump to provide a solution. I would jump to help them out in some way. I would just jump into the thing that, I think when people came up with suggestions, I would be the first one. Yeah, I can do this. I will do it because of being in that position of being in charge. You want to take charge and you want to take on everything. So I told myself, I am not going to involve myself in other people's business. If people come up with an idea, if somebody comes up with a suggestion, I'm going to be very gracious and I'm going to tell them, well, thank you for the suggestion, but why don't you try it? It's not my circus and it's not my monkeys. This is the sentence I repeat to myself. Not my circus, not my monkeys. There is so much that's happening in the world. And I'm somebody who's a prolific reader. I like to read a lot. I like to know what's happening around the world. And then I realize if I focus on what my core skill strength is or the jobs that I can do, then I can take a step backwards and pay attention to those things in which way I can contribute to the betterment of this world. If I'm going to sit in judgment of a political situation, if I'm going to sit in judgment of somebody in my family doing something not right or wrong, how does it contribute to the betterment of my life? So the golden rule is, it's not my circus, it's not my monkeys. So what you want to do, please go ahead and do. If I have the ability and the inclination and the skill set to support you in some way, I'm here. But beyond that, it's your journey. It has been a game changer for me because suddenly I realize my mind is not that stressed out. I'm not totally consumed by what is happening around me. So that has been something which I have been celebrating. Every night before I sleep, when I think about, did I jump into other people's business today? Did somebody sell me something? Did I start to act upon it? Or I took a step backwards and said, you know what? This is about your journey. I'm here to support you, but you need to sort it out for yourself. And when I started to do that, suddenly I am more creative because I have more time to sit down and reflect upon what I need to do in terms of my business, in terms of my personal development. I don't need to worry about the things on the other side. Another point that I noted today is that I am always going to stick to my morning routine, whatever is my morning routine. So I decided, because what had happened is that because of being very occupied about something, I would sleep in late, I would get up, I would be groggy, I would not really make my bed till about 9 o'clock. I said, no, I am going to make a consistent effort to stick to my morning routine, which is get up, ablution, sit down for my meditation practice, chant my mantras. I'm going to make my bed. I think the first thing I do is make my bed, and I will stick with that routine. Even if I sleep late, I have to get up and do this routine. And in doing that, in following that discipline, it gives you that self-confidence that if you can do this early in the morning, the other chores or the other things that you are on your to-do list, it gives you the necessary push to be able to do and manage the other things also. It's a small thing if you think about it, but it permeates into self-discipline. It permeates into self-awareness. It permeates into doing the right thing, even if it is not what you want to do in that given point of time, but doing the right thing, you end up liking what you are doing. You have to push yourself. It's literally pushing yourself because it doesn't come naturally to a lot of us. So following and sticking to my morning routine is a win I really, really like to celebrate because I think it's great. It's wonderful. It's a small thing, but it puts everything. You do your morning routine, done. You have your breakfast, you prepare for your lunch, your dinner. I do my cooking, I do my evening prayer. It's just one thing after the other. It just sets up your schedule in a proper way. So that has also helped me a lot in terms of celebrating the little things that I do on a day-to-day basis. Another thing that I do on a day-to-day basis and which I'm very, very proud of it is I keep my closet, I try to keep my closet very clean. If I've gone out and I need to keep the clothes for ironing, I have a specific space where I keep my clothes for ironing. Having our surroundings clean, again, research is proving this, having less chaos around us, having our surroundings clean, having our clothes in place, our stationery in place, it just makes our life easier. Celebrating the fact that a hoarder like me is decluttering like no man's business. I'm giving away things left, right, and center which I have not used. Clothes that I have not used in 9 months, utensils that I have not used in 9 months, shoes that I have not used in 9 months. And today I happened to read something and it said that when you bring or when you hold on to shoes which are torn or you have not worn them for a long time and they are in a bad shape, they bring in bad energy. I, for one, believe everything is energy. So, decluttering and celebrating the fact that I'm decluttering has been a great source of joy for me because I am able to manage more. I often mention a friend of mine from Korea, Misa. She is the queen of decluttering. She knows how much she can handle. Do you know how many things can you handle? Or when you open your cupboard, the clothes fall in front of you. How many clothes can you manage at any given point of time? If you cannot manage enough, give away. That's another beautiful way of celebrating the little wins of your day. I do hope, I do wish that you start to celebrate the little victories in your life. It could be as simple as following your morning routine. It could be as simple as doing your prayers. It could be as simple as having your self-care rituals and sticking to it. Trust me, when you start to do it, you will feel such joy in your being that you will be activated, literally activated with a special dose of self-confidence. And you'll be like, if I can do this, I can also do this. This is going to be a game changer for you. I do hope that you like the content of this particular video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. As far as I'm concerned, my only hope is you live your best and most wonderful life. Bye for now.